So we have learned a lot from that, and we are looking to deal with that. What I'm also going to suggest, Zimbini, is take the cell numbers of the reporters and just send them also so they can see. And maybe it may not be such good news for them to report it, but they can put it in wherever they find. So when communities also, because I think a lot of people also use the papers as a call center. When they don't get through to us, they go straight there. So obviously the reporters will be able to say, no, we are aware of this. This is what is happening. This is what's going to happen. So they are also listening, because in the absence of information, they don't know what to say. So they just take what the callers are saying. So I think it will be good that we also give this, and Johan has offered on more than one occasion, Zimbini. I've also brought it to your attention that you can use it. What we're going to do is that as soon as we've appointed the senior manager for communications, I did say we're going to call all of you and probably have a half-day session with you to try and see how we can get around this. But definitely we're working on the call center. I've been there, I've addressed the staff, I've addressed the managers, and we are dealing with this thing on a daily basis. So on the issue of the call center, yes, I do apologize. And what you need to understand, colleagues, is that I think on the one day there was 1,300 calls that came in. Now the system is not designed to take so many, so there will be certain number of calls that would have fallen away. And we want to apologize to those people, because it's just that also, like I told you, when people phone, they just don't want to put the phone down. You know, they want answers. So that also becomes a problem, and we're looking at training and so on and so forth. But with the call center, we're definitely giving it some specific attention. The other big bone of contention was the water tankering, where people were saying, we understand your problem, but we have not had a water tanker. And I think the papers were also saying that people have never seen the water tanker. Now, firstly, the issues we had here is that, remember, we have a drought in Harding, a very serious drought. So we had to now make available extra tankers there, pull them out from north, which is Pakreni, and south, which is Potchefstroom and surrounds, and send them to Harding. And then when, as the GM has explained, when we had this big break that cut off the water, remember, Marburg also didn't have water. And that's where our tankers fill their water. So when they could not fill there, it meant they have to fill from Mtamvuna. So whereas you could have had a tanker visiting an area 3 times a day, you now have it only visiting once, because it's traveling to Mtamvuna to bring the water. So that also complicated things. The other thing is that we will try and do it where we have a problem, is that where some communities want the tankers in the evening. They don't want it during the day. Other communities want it during the day, they don't want it in the evening. Because of security, they can't come out. So we now need to also figure out which communities, which time and where. And I can tell you that I've been following some of our tankers, and I know they complain about our drivers being arrogant and so on. And there was one of our drivers, I think it was in Procher Park on Thursday night. Yeah, on Thursday night when I was driving to go and check, we were fitting a new pump in Procher Park to be able to deal with these problems. The driver was parked there, he got out there, he was actually helping each and every individual fill it. He was actually carrying the bucket for them, putting it there, opening it, where it was not full, filling it more, he was there. So, we have two kinds of people, those people who really give it all. So I'm saying that we also need to be, to be alert that there are those drivers who are giving this kind of service and for the people. What we're also going to do is that I spoke to the staff, I have not spoken to the GM, is that we're going to try and fit those lights on the trucks, so that at night when that light goes on, then the people know that the truck is there, because it gets dark very quickly in the evenings, and they don't know. So because when I was speaking to the people there, some of them said, we didn't know the truck came. So I'm thinking if we can put that light, and maybe, I don't know, Lungi, some kind of a siren or a hooter or something that's like water related, you know what I'm saying? So when they hear that, they know the truck is there, because people, these days they don't leave the doors, windows and all open in the evenings. So I've spoken to the people, and they've said, listen, if they could have something like that, it could also assist them. So we did have some problems with the water tankering, where we couldn't have the tanker in those areas 3 times a day. We tried to have it at least once or twice a day, in terms of making sure they had that. And I think the GM has covered the issue of load shedding. So when you have these unplanned, like on Saturday morning, that hour was unplanned. it was from what I think 6 o'clock, and then from 8 o'clock again. I think it was from 6 to 7, and then it gave us an hour chance, and then it hit us again from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I think. We had another problem. So when you have this load shedding, some of our plants get badly affected. But we are getting new generators, and we will be able to deal with those problems. And also we are expecting some water tankers from the Department of Water and Sanitation, which will also try and assist us.